Alrighty, welcome back. I went ahead and primed it, and it's got white and gray primer, just so I could show you the plaster work. But just having that foam cutter right here, really took a lot of the labor intensive stuff off, and it added another level of, I guess, another layer of detail to my work that I could not previously before. And it's just that slow curving trim work that it's perfect every time. You get the same shape every time. And just other than just trying to figure how to work with this big guide plate. And again, I welded this one back together. They are sending me a new one. But if you're going to order one of these, order the kit that actually the aftermarket smaller guide plate. It's about literally that big square and that long, so you don't get this huge plate, especially if you need to work with smaller pieces of styrofoam. And plus the wire, like I said before, the gauge is too big. I can get general shapes, and again, you have to manhandle the shapes, and you can see how gnarly the wiring is. There is a thinner gauge that you can get, or you can order through your local pawn or your local hobby shop that has a lot of the other heat guns, but they can order. They've got a catalog, and they can order the thin gauge wire. It's a little bit thinner than this, but you could actually get better, smaller detail, especially if you want to go really ornate, and especially a smaller scale. But again, the product I'm very happy with. The only thing I didn't like is when I got it, it did not come with a plastic hard case, and that's why the broken piece was there. I was under the impression, because it did show a case, so I scored a case from a friend of mine who had a damaged tool, and he sent it back, and they gave him a free case, so I went ahead and got a case for it. He gave it to me. But anyway, overall, I'm actually pleased with it. I went ahead and added the window. I slid the window in. Again, I only use 2 or 3 different sizes of windows, and I made templates for them. So once I got the window cut or shaped in, I was able to go in there and draw in a window and cut it out and slide the window in. And by having just a few sizes, it definitely eliminates a guesswork. So you've only got 2 or 3 sizes to use every time. And I think with this wiring, I'm going to get another couple of pieces of wire, and I'm going to leave this shape because I'm really pleased with the shape. So I'm going to leave the shape, and when I take it off this thing, it's going to stay that shape. So I can, another project, if I want to use the same shape on another project, I can just pull this wire out and hook it up to my gun, and boom, I've got the same shape. I really like it so much. The trim, the waste that I got off this when I trimmed that actually is usable. It is thick enough where I'm going to go ahead and use it to glue in place and add some more trim, or you can use this for a cornice on the top. Some trim work, and paint it up concrete or stone color. But it turned out really useful, and I'm digging it. Even curbs, it'll make a great curbside when you add your sidewalk in. But I'm very happy with it, and again, I hope you guys could see the level of detail it added to my work. And with that, and it's kind of still wet, but that in with my brickwork and my plaster, I really think it upped the game for me. I just can't wait to get the other wiring so I can play with it. And if you guys have been following my other video, it's going to be, I'm going to do the 3rd installment of that starting from square one on foam cutting, where I take you through how I do from square one. That's straight from just an uncut box down to cutting. So the 3rd installment's actually going to be cutting. And it's going to be a church, and it's for a very good customer of mine, so hopefully I'm not going to screw it up. But I'm going to actually add this element into that cutting, and hopefully it will up my game and make him so happy with it that he's going to order a lot more stuff from me. So I hope you're listening, and But anyway, but again, I'm very happy with the foam cutter, and you guys will start seeing it more and more. It is definitely going to be part of my 4-step, because if you remember from my previous first videos, I have 3 techniques that I teach, or that I do on most of my stuff. And again, most of it is going to be technique 1 is going to be the plaster, technique 2 is going to be the brick, and technique 3 is going to be the window and door facing cutouts, as far as beveling and layering and stuff. That's technique 3. Okay, the technique 4 I'm going to add is actually going to be doing all the fancy stonework and all the trim work. So I'm going to add that to my my repertoire, if I could completely butchered that word. Anyway, but I've definitely appreciated the comments, guys, and all the positive feedback, and even the guys who hit the like button. Man, you guys are more appreciated, because, I mean, you guys, the more likes I get, the better I feel about myself. And I'm still open for critique, and if you guys got, especially you guys who actually use this or have foam cutters, and those professional foam cutter guys, definitely I'm open for you know, for any kind of help, because again, I'm a fledgling. This is the only piece that I've done that I've actually primed. Again, I've played with it 2 more times, but this is the only one that I've actually taken to a primer and actually started. And again, this is just scrap. This is stuff I just pulled out to you know, get comfortable with what I'm working with, and kind of stretch my wings and learn to fly, if you might say. But definitely, you guys chime in, let me know what you think, and keep following. And you know, hopefully I'm going to teach you guys something, and you guys can teach me something. But anyway, I appreciate it, and keep following. And I'm going to post another video again tomorrow. It's going to be the 3rd installment of a previous series of videos. And if you guys want to see more stuff, or if you guys want to see a certain aspect of this, definitely comment. Throw some comments down there. Let me know what you guys want to see. I kind of got on a tangent and started doing a lot of action figures and my other genre, my Star Wars stuff, but I'm getting back to the styrofoam, because I'm definitely ready for it. I got kind of burned out, but I'm excited, especially just working on this one little trial piece. I can't wait to get bigger stuff in, and I've got big, huge foam pieces. So, again, it's back to foam cutting 101. So, thank you for following, and definitely comment.